Shalom, Kal Halal, Wahawad La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Bahasham, Recha, Kwadash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, GMS. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Yahweh Ratazah, that is to say, Lord willing. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. Yeah, so as you can see from this article, inspiration for this lesson is drawn from this article actually, that you can see on the screen from The Independent, which was put up on the 18th of January, Saturday, the 18th of January 2025. And you can see, man, biblical prophecy is indeed unfolding, okay? Which the word prophesy, alright, when you look at that word, pro means before, and phasai means to say, alright? So we're speaking something that has not yet happened, but we're notifying you what's getting ready to come to pass, alright? Prophesy literally means to say before, alright? So we're saying something before it happens, okay? Hundreds of Swedish forces arrive in Latvia in largest deployment with NATO to date. Hundreds of Swedish troops have arrived in Latvia to join a Canadian-led multinational brigade along NATO's eastern flank. Okay. Latvia is actually one of those old Soviet states. They actually had their independence from Russia last year in November. Alright. But eventually, again, it will join forces with GOG, Russia. Okay. You know, as the Lord is, you know, putting hooks in to the jaws of Russia, all right, and it's bringing back the old, you know, USSR spirit, all right. And they speak a lot of Russian and English over there in Latvia as well, all right. Yeah. And other former, you know, USSR states like Estonia and Lithuania, which they're next door to Latvia on a map anyway. Other former Soviet states such as Moldova, Albania, etc. All right. You know, that again, they were part of the old USSR and they're looking to join back. All right, GOG. All right. In the year 1991, the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, that's what the USSR stands for. All right. That, you know, split up. What's going on here? All right. Fall of communism, you know. Things like that. But, you know, pursuant to the book of the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 38, that old Russian bear is being raised back up. All right. And GOG will be used in a mighty way by the Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, because, you know, they are a key player, you know, in Babylon, America's destruction. Okay. Okay, so yeah, Russia's looking to gather those former USSR states back again, man, like in their old days. All right. You know, and those countries I named, you know, may be part of it. All right. So as we go into the article, it says hundreds of Swedish troops arrived in Latvia on Saturday to join a Canadian-led multinational brigade along NATO's eastern flank, a mission Sweden is calling its most significant operation so far as a member of the Western Defence Alliance. A ship carrying parts of mechanized infantry battalion arrived early Saturday in the port of Riga. Riga's the Latvian capital, or the capital of Latvia. Alright, that's just Satan messing with me. Alright. Escorted by the Swedish Air Force and units from the Swedish and Latvian navies, the Swedish Armed Forces said in a statement. Okay. So yeah. Alright. And yeah, Russia, they're a key player in Babylon, America's destruction. Alright, so things are heating up in the spirit. Alright, 2025, so-called, that's the year we're in, right? Is the year of the hopeful year of our deliverance and Esau's destruction, coined by Elder Apostle Tahar. Okay, today, Monday, the 20th of January, which is the inauguration day for Donald J. Trump, right, who will be going into office. You know, anything can happen, man. So we have to constantly keep watching. All right. We see, and Russia's ally Belarus, also part of the USSR as well, to its southeast. Tensions are high across Central Europe due to Russia's war against Ukraine. Yeah. All right. NATO we know as the beast. Okay. The seven heads, they consist of Germania Minor, Germania Major, the Greeks, the Romans, the French, the British, and the Spanish. Right, those are the seven heads. Fine. Right, out of the French, Spanish, and the British came forth the eighth horn, which is the United Snakes or States of America. Primarily, the USA came out of so-called Great Britain. Right, Spain and France too, but it primarily, birthed the US. All right, if you have it. All right, America was birthed out of Britain, basically. NATO is the beast, and the 10 horns. All right, those represent the EU, the European Union. All right, the European Union powers. Previously, it was known as the European Economic Community, which the Treaty of Rome established in 1957, a new era of a, you know, closer cooperation in Europe, basically, establishing those relations, closer relations. All right, but we know it today as the EU, right, European Union. All right, and America is the hall that rides the beast, man. Okay, you Christians can get vexed all you like, man, but it's true. All right, you can try and prove otherwise, which you cannot prove otherwise anyway. All right, especially you, vocab Hamer Malone. So yeah, Sweden's armed forces said the mission of 550 troops will contribute to the alliance's deterrence and defense efforts and ensure stability in the region, and that it, open quote, marks Sweden's largest commitment yet since joining NATO, end quote, last year. Right? Yeah, man. You've got, of course, the war constantly going on between Russia and Ukraine, which Russia's decimating Ukraine, man. All right. Commander Lieutenant Colonel Henrik Rosdahl of the 71st Battalion said he felt great pride in contributing to the alliance's collective defense. It's a historic day, but at the same time, it's our new normal, he said. The Swedish troops joined one of 8 NATO's brigades along. The Swedish troops joined one of 8 NATO brigades along the alliance's eastern flank. The battalion is stationed outside the town of Adadzi near Riga. Okay. Sweden formally joined NATO in March as the 32nd member of the transatlantic military alliance, ending decades of post-World War II neutrality and centuries of broader non-alignment with major powers, as security concerns in Europe spiked following Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. Finland also abandoned its long-standing military neutrality to join NATO in April 2023. Okay. Yeah. So there you have it, man. Okay. So yeah, Russia's decimating Ukraine, man. Putin is very strategic, all right? The Lord does rule in the kingdom of men, all right? And he also controls the minds of these leaders, right? Okay? He puts these evil thoughts, into the minds of these kings and government leaders, man, via the angels, all right? So tensions are extremely high. Tensions are brewing, okay? So let's go to the Apocrypha. Let's go to the book of Sirach. All right, we'll bring this out. Sirach chapter 39. And verse 1, and it reads, But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient, and be occupied in prophecies. You see, we always bring this out, and of course, it's very, very relevant to the times that we are living in, especially right now. Okay, prophecies are being fulfilled, man. All right. And also, let's go to the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8. And it reads, The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Okay. So nothing but war is going down on this planet. And of course, there's rumors of war as well. Okay. When you go back to the meaning of the word rumor, it means noise. Alright, so we're hearing pure noise, man, from these various nations. But yeah, nothing but war is going down on this earth, man. And war is basically the new normal. Alright? You heard what the article said, right? Mentioned the new normal. Okay. Soon World War III will be fully manifested on a global scale. Okay, we're in the beginning stages of it, but it's just not gone nuclear yet. Alright? So it's gonna go on a global scale until the Lord returns. But first the MOTB has to be mandated globally first. Alright, and that's the RFID micro C here. Okay. which we want our people being the Hebrew Israelites, so-called Negroes, so-called Latinos, so-called Native Americans, right? The lost chosen people going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through their father's lineage, through the bloodline. And we can't forget about the speckled birds scattered throughout the whole world, all right? Who may even resemble the looks of these other heathen nations, but are Israelites, again, going back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through their fathers, all right? We're warning our people, okay, not to take this RFID micro C hit, man, all right? Because the ramifications for taking that electronic tag is clearly outlined within the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verses 9 through 11, okay? Tormented in the lake of fire, which America is the lake of fire, all right? When it's destroyed, complements of the intercontinental ballistic missiles and high concentrated lasers coming from the chariots of the Lord. All right, completely engulfing it into a massive lake of fire, man. That's what John the Revelator saw in his vision. Okay. Don't forget Revelation chapter 16 verse 2. All right, mentions a grievous sore. All right, sores and ulcers. All right, even cancer. If you take that C-hip, that surgical implant in your body. Okay. Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8 again. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. Okay, so that's what the prophets are set up to do. Right, and prophets come back in there a lot, man. Right, righteous prophets and even false prophets too. Remember, the Lord makes he makes two in pairs. He makes things in pairs. All right, you got your righteous prophets, you got your false prophets. All right. Okay, and there's more false prophets in this thing of ours than righteous prophets, you see. And there's nothing new under the sun. History repeats itself. Okay, so that's what the prophets are set up to do. Warn of such things coming to pass, right? Those being war, okay, evil, which is bad times, and pestilences, and that's coming to Mystery Babylon the Great, the USA, right? War is coming to this earth, man. Okay, the 1948ers, those bastards dwelling in Ashdod, right, are still dwelling in our land. They need to be removed. They're not the true people. We are. Okay. So with that, okay, that was the in the news prophecy update. So end out by giving our praise to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Mawaf Lababal, Shalom.